Hello and welcome to Sideshow's First Look. Today we're looking at the Spider-Man Cyborg Spider-Man Suit from Marvel's Spider-Man by Hot Toys. Now the front of the box is going to have a photorealistic representation of the character from the game. This is a magnetic front closure, book-like. It's wraparound art. And then on the inside, that art continues. You have a war to fight, Spider-Man. Inside is going to be that window box that we're used to seeing. Right now, let's take this out of the bottom of the box and lay it all out. With that top plastic cover off, we see we have our figure, our web effects in multiple layers, additional hands for both Cyborg and Spider Suit, swap out eye plates, additional batteries for the light up feature, and then underneath the dynamic stand. Right now, let's take it all out of the box and show you each piece up close. All right, here's everything out of the box and all laid out. You have that Spider-Man Cyborg Suit unique figure right there. You're going to have 4 hands with that Spider Suit side and 4 for the Cyborg arm. Now on each one of them, you're going to have a web slinging hand, and here you're going to have the palm attachments that are going to be used with all of the different web effects. You also have 2 swap out eyes for inside the face plate. And then every Spider-Man figure should have a dynamic stand. This one here saying Cyborg Suit. Let's take a moment right now to look at each one of these pieces up close. All right, first up is the right hand of Spider-Man in the red suit. You're going to have that drill point all the way through for attaching the webs. On the left hand, you're going to have the Cyborg arm. Again, hole straight down the middle. That is for attaching all of your web effects. The right web shooting hand, this is the plate that will remove to attach the web shooting accessory. Cyborg web shooting hand, and right there is going to be that plate that removes. You're going to attach that web shooting accessory on to the palm right there. Spider-Man's right wall crawling hand, the Cyborg left wall crawling hand, right relaxed hand in the Spider-Man suit. We have a clinched left Cyborg hand for our Spider-Man suit. This is the first of 2 magnetic swap out eye plates. This is the 3/4 open eye magnetic attachment that is going to swap out onto the face of the figure. This is the second eye plate with it even more closed. Again, magnet to attach onto the front faceplate. Now these are the web shooting attachments that go onto the palms of the figure. In the front right here, you're going to have a little indentation that's going to allow you to attach the webs. They attach into the palms with these little tabs right here. Let me show you how they look swapped out. Now there it is, swapped out. You're in a very seamless look for a web shooting hand. Now this is your web shooting attachment for your cybernetic hand. It's going to have the small indentation to attach the webs to. On the back, tabs that will lock into place on the actual hand itself. And here is that hand with the web shooting attachment on it. Seamless lines there, and attach the web right in the front there. Now here's just some of the web effects you're going to have. You're going to have this L-shaped one for kind of giving a pulling or gripping look, 2 long extensions, and you're going to have 2 that have the bulbous end to give it that kind of being fired look. And these are going to attach via this end right into the wrist pegs. Here's how one of those web attachments looks in the hands. Attaches right there onto the palm. And my favorite web effect, we could refer to this as the splooch. Marvel Spider-Man Cyborg Suit Dynamic Stand Base. Spider-Man Cyborg Suit is really wild. It's something very, very different and very unique in the game. Take a look at the detail that's used on that eyepiece there, as well as the headband wrapped around here. Now that is all sculpted and painted. We have the stitching there on the face mask, as well as up on top. little look at the back. And you can see that that kind of stitched together suit is all over the figure here on the front chest. And this is a raised kind of feel to the suit itself. You can see that detail work in there. Again, all of that stitching down in it. Then you get over here onto the cyborg arm. This is again all sculpted and painted to give it that metallic look. And underneath this black section here is going to be that soft suit, the same material that's going to be on the main figure part. We get down here to the belt. Now the belt is attached and stays in place. All of this sculpted and painted, some of it looking as though it's soft elements, some of it in more of the hard metallic look on there. If you look at some of these in between, particularly on the arm and such, you can almost see the skin tone underneath. All of that stitch work going down in there, barely holding the suit together. Working our way down into the leg, you have this leg wrap here. Now this particular piece is molded, sculpted, and then painted to give it the look of a cloth wrap. Again, we see that texture going through onto the suit there. More of that stitching held together look all the way down into the boots. On this one here is where you can really kind of get that look of the skin underneath it here. Classic Spider-Man style boot. An incredible tread for climbing up the wall. Now right now, I want to take a moment and show you the light up feature of the head. Now on the head sculpt for the light up feature, the battery compartment is going to be right underneath here. You're going to need a small screwdriver. They do supply the 3 batteries. And then you have the on-off switch right here. And an incredibly bright LED. All right, the articulation of this figure. First up, the head is held on magnetically. This is going to give you a big range of motion for moving the figure all around. An additional point of articulation is here. The little cloth wraparound headpiece does have a little bit of movement in it as well. We go down to the shoulders. This is a Spider-Man figure, so they've given you ratchet joints. You can see it extends past 90 on the suit arm and also on the cyborg arm. Our front range of motion goes past 90 and a double jointed elbow leading to the wrist peg, giving us classic range of motion there. You also are going to be able to rotate the bicep. Now let's get down into the chest articulation. You have a ratchet in the midsection as well, allowing to go very far back, as well as crunch tight forward. The trunk twists. And your side bends as well. For our leg articulation, you are able to twist the legs to the side. They are a ratchet. Going to keep them in place. You have a large, wide spread. Forward, you have just about to 90, and backward, about 30 degrees or more. We get down to the knee. The knee is a double jointed knee. So we have a fuller range of motion. Down here on the ankle, you are able to twist from side to side, as well as going forward and downward. And then here on the toe, you have an additional articulation point right there for a huge range of motion, and then rocking side to side when flat. And now let's pose Cyborg Spidey. This has been your Sideshow first look at the Spider-Man Cyborg Spider-Man Suit from Marvel Spider-Man by Hot Toys. For more information about this figure, follow the link below. And make sure to tune in to Unsealed and Revealed, where we're going to have more 6-scale fun with this figure and more. Until then, don't forget to let your geek side show.